Another day, another step forward here at the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 Championship. Our platinum bracket continues here today with Korea and Latvia making the march towards that 13th place. Each win gets you higher and higher on this table when it comes to setting the tone for 4 years from now. So a lot of the making here today. We've got Korea and Latvia. The captains are out there. They will talk things over, and so will we. Face Off coming your way next here on Lax Sports Network. Lax Sports Network's coverage of the U21 Men's World Lacrosse Championship continues all day long. Join us for our second featured game of the day, Hong Kong, China against Poland. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern. Then our third featured matchup between Wales and Sweden airs at 1 p.m. I'll be on the call for all of them. You can watch these games live from Limerick, Ireland on any of our digital platforms. Go to laxsn.com for the list of links, or you can watch the games right there on laxsn.com. These, the quarterfinal matches in this platinum bracket. The winners moving on to the semis here between groups D and E. Everybody's been split up. Now in place, the bracket's taking shape, and it's been an exciting bracket at that thus far. We had Poland over Uganda yesterday, and this Korean team beating Kenya yesterday as well. So it's been interesting for sure. Latvia coming out of Group C, in which they went 0-3. So this is the first time we see them since then. That was not an easy group to be in. Jamaica, Germany, and Ireland all taking part there. Meanwhile, Korea was in Group E, actually. They were 1-3 in Group E play. They did beat Uganda, and then yesterday beating Kenya, who came out of Group D. So Korea feeling good. They won 11-4 yesterday. Now they've got Latvia today. The winner will go on to play Netherlands, who's already punched their ticket into the semifinals of this platinum bracket. They beat China in a great game yesterday. So the Netherlands is waiting for their opponent, and that will be tomorrow. All of the semifinals. The platinum bracket tomorrow. I've already played one game here in Ireland today. That in the championship bracket, Australia beating Japan. Australia in the championship semifinals. So close for Japan, but Australia with that fourth quarter run able to come back and win. And the competition continues here on Field 2 in Limerick, Ireland today. The sun shining. Some rain expected later tonight, but it doesn't look like it's going to get in our way anytime soon. And temperatures in the low 60s, warming into the mid to upper 60s as the day goes on, just past noon local time in Limerick. Tom Eschen here with you once again on the call. Thank you for joining us on day 8 of the U21 World Championships. What a run it's been so far. Nick Durtins and Yu Jung Lee here at the X, battling it out. Got a good scrum here to start. Whistle will be blown. And we had a kick that happened there. That'll go against the Latvians. Latvians have struggled at the face-off backs. We'll see if Korea can take advantage as the day goes on. Korea's fourth U21 event. They finished in 12th in 2016 in Coquitlam. Already looking for a shot, already stayed by Ryan Richters. Richters has had some big games in this tournament. 14 saves against Jamaica, 16 against Germany, 7 against Ireland. Wasn't Latvia's best game against Ireland a couple of days ago. That was a 20-1 loss. Ireland obviously flexing their muscles. They have a big chance today, Ireland, a game against Canada, to make it into the semifinals on their home soil. But Latvia will now try and work their way here through the platinum group to see how high they can fly, if you will. This is their first junior world championship. One of 8 countries in which this is the first debut year. Daniel's Kickstay Zanders here with possession. No scores thus far for him in this tournament. Latvia just has scored 3 goals thus far. This is their first bracket play, so they had the 3 games against Group C, when Group C was obviously very tough on them. So we'll see now what their offense maybe looks like against some different competition in Korea. Captained there by George Lucas Rozinch. The kick stays. Anders looks to work from goal line extended. Now he's going to work it around here. No shot clock here in international play. We'll play 15-minute running time quarters. Stop it below 30. Quarters 1, 2, and 3. Stop it below 2 minutes in quarter 4. But taking their time to get a good shot. Rozinch now speeding his way around X. He's going to go to the cage, and he's going to get stopped. Theodore Kim makes the save for Korea. 51% saves in the 5 games they have played for Kim. They get the rebound. Odze gets it taken away as he gets close. And into the stick of Theodore Kim it goes. Kim from Los Altos, California. Menlo School. Here comes Korea down the other direction. A pull. Min looked to shoot. Lost it as he shot it. Battle here for the ground ball. It is picked up briefly here by the pole, Abals. He continues the battle for it, and that will go out of bounds. Good hustle by the Koreans on that end. We make our way here through this first quarter in Limerick, Ireland on this Wednesday of action. Taylor Smoke leads the Latvians. He's their head coach. Dongwon Wong is Korean head coach, former national team member for them. Smoke actually a former Haudenosaunee national team player. Long pass in the clear here for Latvia. Conradi able to go gather that. Does have a couple of the goals, so he's got 2 of the 3 for Latvia. He was the only one really able to crack the cases of Jamaica, Germany, and Ireland. Latvia's done a good job of staying out of the box at the very least. 5th fewest penalties of the 23 teams, the record in this tournament. Here's Conradi out of Dallas, Texas. Works to that left hand, and he scores. Gets his 3rd goal of the tourney, 1-0 Latvia. He'll be a junior in high school. The Episcopal School of Dallas.
Number 15 of Latvia scores the first goal of the game.
Crabs Club Lacrosse, and a nice job there, just getting a little bit of space, finding the opening, and Conradi strikes first. Christopher and his brother, Alexanders Conradi, both competing here in Ireland over this week and a half. Now back to Gertinch and Yujong Lee for the face-off. Lee went 6 for 12 against Kenya. Gertinch has struggled at times, but he wins the first 2 here today. Gertinch a part of the Latvian team at the U20 2019 European World Championships. So he's been coming up on through this system for a bit. Sun and clouds predicted here today in Limerick. Not as windy as it was yesterday. We had some stiff breezes. As we've really kind of run the gamut of weather over the course of this week or so. Heat, thunderstorms, now some cooler temperatures. Feeling like fall. Conradi, another shot and another score. He's got 2 today, matching his tournament total, doubling it within the first 5 minutes. 2-0 Latvia. He's just working his way across the field with that left hand. Subtle little fake there got Lee to come out on him, and a really nice shot from Christopher Conradi once again. A lot of talent coming out of Texas these days, as there's a timeout on the field. 2-0 Latvia here in Platinum bracket play. Back live in Ireland, 2-0 Latvia. Nice start against Korea here in this Platinum quarterfinal game. Don't forget, Latvia also had a few days of rest. They haven't played since the 14th of August. I think that was Sunday, right? Yeah. Korea, meanwhile, they've played, this is their 4th game in a row competing out there. So they've seen all sorts of conditions the last few days. They got a couple days off after the first 2 days of the tournament, but now back into the action here. They had Hong Kong, Netherlands, Sweden, Uganda in their group, in Group E. They lost 11-4 to Hong Kong, 11-8 to Netherlands, 12-6 to Sweden, and then they beat Uganda 11-8 on Monday. Beat Kenya yesterday too, 11-4. Kenya was in the penalty box a lot in that game. Korea was able to take advantage. See if it's going to be a little bit different a game for them with Latvia not as physical of a team. There's a shot by Park. Right into the stick of Richter's it goes. Back the other way comes Latvia. Richter's Grand Canyon University sophomore, played in 14 games last year. There's a twin brother, Michael Richter's. Originally from Temecula, California, is Ryan, the goalie for Latvia. Jaewoo Park here with possession. He just took the shot. He's one of their goalies, and 2 flags come out. This could be a big penalty here that'll help Korea maybe get some momentum back. Man up for Korea. We'll see how long. So, looked like we have a minute 30 here for Korea to work. A double penalty against Latvia here. And I think Korea is going to want to talk it all over as they work in this man up, try to make sure they get the best shot possible. Don't want to get down any farther. They need a goal here. 2-0 Latvia will step aside. All right, welcome back in here to play at the University of Limerick. Korea and Latvia talking things over. Korea talking up their man up. Latvia talking about the man down situation that we'll now encounter in this first quarter. Dongwoon Wong, the head coach for Korea, former national team member, played in a couple of senior championships for them. 27 players here from Korea, 21 players, 27 people, I should say, 21 players, 6 staff. In preparations, played a couple exhibitions against their adult national team as well. So came in trying to get as seasoned as possible. Always tough to replicate what kind of competition you'll see at the international scale. Talking to some of the players, both past and present, of this championship and tournament, they said it's always so interesting just to see what a team from a different part of the world and how they approach the sport. Sometimes it can be so different, but also it can be effective in that too. So we got a 6-on-5 here for Korea. Let's see how they approach this man-up situation. They're down 2-0 in this first quarter. Over to Ethan Ashley, one of the captains for this Korean team. Now Jung Wook Shin. Shin into the middle. Looked at the goal for a second, see if they get it back. Now he sets a screen. Shot can't get through for Ashley. Shin runs it down. An assist against Kenya. He's got a couple goals in this tournament. By the way, Ethan Ashley, I just mentioned him, 16 goals in the tournament so far. He is a guy for them to score, and there you go. Ashley right on cue, 2-1. His 17th goal of the tournament. He had 5 against Kenya yesterday. Feeling good right now.
Number 4, Korea scored their first goal of the game.
Just a little late on the closeout was Latvia, and Ashley took advantage.
5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
So 2-1, Korea gets one back. After Latvia came out thunderous with their first 2 goals of the game, and now Korea gets the man up and does a good job. That special teams can be key. Penalty here about to expire. And we'll get back to even strength here after the face-off. Ralph's Abals trying to track it down. Now a few players trying to track it down. 3 go down, and it will go the way of Korea again. So they're getting some of the momentum back after losing it. There's a shot deflected before it gets to Richters. Picked up briefly here by Gertens. Taking it away is Luke Smith. 5 minutes to go here in the first. Conradi has the 2 goals for Latvia. Now he's got this clear. High school football player Christopher Conradi, so I'd imagine he's going to get back and ready to go play some Texas high school football here in the fall. Not too far away from that, don't forget, as we're midway through August. Shin, right place, right time there. Just a little bit of pressure, and you know, Latvia, the miscue. Shin was right there to take advantage. Official calls time for a chin strap to get buckled, that actually allows some subbing to take place. Smith. Luke Smith, 11 goals, 7 assists in this tournament. And now it's Jisung Jung. Two to one, Korea looking to tie it up in the first. Ashley goes low. Richters right there with him. Makes the save. Keeps the 1-goal lead. Yeah, Latvia does in the clear here. Korea looking to ride a bit. So Lynch and Richters playing a little bit of catch, and now they'll go across the field. And this is where it gets a little hairy. A lot of pressure by those blue shirts. Up there on the offensive end is Jung, the pole for Korea. Next day, Zanders. Big hit, no call. Ashley. Picked up there though by Latvia. Actually got a good bounce with that ball being jarred free, but now Latvia will get to take over on offense. Not the prettiest clear you've ever seen, but it got the job done.
3 minutes remain in the first quarter. 3 minutes.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter here of this platinum consolation platinum bracket quarterfinal. This is to try and punch their ticket to the semis. Easy for me to say. Little spin down the middle. Kim able to make that low bouncer shot save. Rozinch with the shot. Now battle here for the rebound. Bids is out there trying to get it, and so are a bunch of his other friends, and now that will keep possession here for Latvia. Rajans bouncing that way outside the crease, and actually a good job of Kim. Not an easy shot to stop, of reading that too.
Just under 2 minutes remain in the first.
Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first. 2-1 Latvia. They scored a couple early, haven't scored since. Rajans, he feeds the crease, shot and a score. Rajans to Arturs Vids. Vids' first goal of the tournament. No celebration, he just comes off. He knows he's got a sub to make, so he's out. Rajans, his first assist. 3-1 Latvia. Rajans taking all of the attention of the defense, and Vids cashing in because of that. First face-off win here for Korea. And Yu Choi able to come out with that on the wing. I'll see if Korea can get one here before the end of the first quarter. Spinning back inside, Ashley takes the low shot. Who's got the backup? And that's pretty outstanding hustle with a stick throw. I didn't see what that was in the back end for Korea, but keeping possession here, giving themselves another chance. How about a couple fakes, and Smith stopped by Richters right in front. Point blank by Ryan Richters. Another look at that. A beautiful move by Smith, but how about Richter's? He went low first and the recovery high. That is excellent. 20 seconds to go in the first. Here comes Razinch. Gets it jarred away. Gonna get Jaewoo Park here for a push. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. So it looks like we'll have a man up here for Latvia. They're going to hold the ball so that way they can get it to begin the second quarter and have a man up as well with that. So they'll have about 20 seconds or so to start the second. They will start the second as well with a 2-goal lead. 3-1 Latvia, a couple for Christopher Conradi. You're watching the Platinum Bracket here in Ireland at the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Welcome back here at the University of Limerick. A little buggy out there today, as you can see it here on the top of the camera. It is a beautiful day. It's sunny, mid-60s. This is the weather we were all looking for. It was a little hot to begin this tournament, but now the temperatures have cooled off. The teams have heated up as we make our way through day 8. Quarterfinal action underway here in both the championship and the consolation bracket. Lax Sports Network brings you 64 games of the Men's U21 World Lacrosse Championship over the course of 10 days. We have 3 more Platinum Bracket games on tap before our day is done. 10 a.m. Eastern, it's Hong Kong, China, and Poland. At noon, China, Uganda. Finally, at 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll bring you the Wales and Sweden matchup. Live lacrosse from Limerick, Ireland, beginning at 7 a.m. Eastern, right here on LSN. We'll have championship bracket games tomorrow as well, as our coverage will continue and conclude on Saturday. So Latvia starts the second with a 3-1 lead and a 6-5 advantage on the field. About 20 seconds, I believe, here in the penalty. So they ended with possession and in a man up, so they start the second with possession. 8 seconds on the penalty. The feed in front. The shot is good. Arturs Vids again. 4-1 Latvia. Well drawn up by Taylor Smoke and his staff. See Odze with his feet in front and Vids finding himself open. Odze gets an assist. That's his second of this tournament. A Latvian high school sophomore at 17 years old. He actually wasn't eligible in 2019 for the European Championship due to his age, and now he's back out there representing his country now. 4-1 Latvia. 22 players they brought here to Ireland, 3 Americans. They started lacrosse back in 2003, which is when the Latvia Lacrosse Association was founded. Game first appeared in 1992, but really started to invest in it in the early 2000s. Razinch comes out with a ground ball following the face-off. Latvia possession up 3 here in the second quarter. Now 7 men's lacrosse clubs, 4 women's in the country of Latvia as they continue to try and grow the game. It's really what this is all about. This bracket in particular, this platinum bracket. Now, this is where you really fill out and get that record number of teams that compete and see where they stand. 23 here, which started the tournament in Ireland. Couple steps for Vids, tries to work his way inside, gets it knocked away. And a hold will be called here against Korea. Latvia keeping possession. Our officiating crew, Kazuhiko Inagaki, Luis Hubert, and Norman MacDonald. Working hard as our crews have all week long. Also enduring the conditions. Enjoying them today. Rozic to Vids. Vids looking for a hat trick. Can't get it through. That's you in the way. Rozic taking some contact, in for the score. His second goal of tournament play makes it 5-1 Latvia. Goes to the Riga Center Language School. Absorbed the contact from Yu Jung Lee and kept on trucking. Latvia experiencing the most success they have thus far. The 5 goals, more than they have the entire tournament combined here today.
Latvia's fourth goal of the game was scored at 14:30.
Rozic on that Team Latvia in those 2019 European World Championships.
14:30 for their fourth goal of the game.
Worked his way to a captainship with this club. The ground ball pickup, that's Ragi Radzis. They're Riga native, a lot of Riga natives in Latvia. One of the bigger centers of the country. Tom Eschen here with you on the call. Appreciate you joining us for the first of 3 featured games today on laxsn.com, our main channel. As Platinum bracket play continues, quarterfinal play here today on this Wednesday of the tournament. Semifinals the next couple of days as placing, the all-important placing, will continue to be a clearer picture of. Someone has apparently brought their puppy there behind that back end line. Help enjoy the festivities here. World Festival also started yesterday. So you've got the youth teams from around the world now competing alongside these junior national teams. A very cool scene in Limerick, something they've been waiting for a long, long time. Conradi gets the pick, takes some contact himself, he shoots. Kim knocks that away, he's gonna chase down his own rebound. He is able to do so, picks it back up. Needed that save, did Korea. Now they need possession in their offensive zone. Ashley running away from the change. A little pass inside to Smith. He shoots it just a bit wide. Ashley to pick it up behind the cage. Ashley from Ashburn, Virginia. Broad Run High School. Had it knocked away, then he is unable to get the score. Richter's right there once again. Looked like maybe a bit of a hesitation when he got there in the middle just to make sure he still had possession. That Latvian defense collapsing. Now the Korea defense collapsing on the ride. Flag is down, so Korea, free play, trying to go man up here. So that'll be a slashing call against Latvia, and Korea gonna get the man up here. They cashed in earlier when they needed it the most on a man up. They kind of need it just as much here. Like we said, that's what they take advantage of. It did a good job of that against Kenya. Kenya had a lot of penalties, and now Latvians are starting to rack up here. A couple steps, and the shot doesn't get to the cage. Ashley goes and gets his own rebound. Luke Smith to restart. Feeds over. Jung shoots. Richter's might have got a piece of that. Even if he didn't, he was all over it. Through a couple of bodies and shielded. Quick restart for Smith. Now looks to the middle. Park over the top. Good look again here for Korea. They've gotten some good looks. Done a good job in the man up here today. Giving themselves some opportunities. Another shot for Ashley. Penalty has been released. The time runs, of course, game clock and then the penalty clock too. So we'll be back to even strength in a moment. Let's see if they can take advantage before everybody resets here. Young Gets it out, big over the top from Zhang. Korea peppering Richters here and peppering the cage. A lot of tries on this possession as we are back to even strength, 6-on-6 play. I think maybe we're running out of balls there behind the cage. Now Luke Smith directing the pedestrian traffic, telling everybody, all right, you know, we gotta kind of move along here. There's some pretty fast lacrosse balls that are flying behind. Ashley, a couple steps down. Down back there to back it up. Five to 1 our score. Another shot. And backed up again by Korea. Actually, excuse me, that was Latvia. I thought maybe they were able to get this one this time. Good hustle there by Rudolf Salinch. So after all that, Korea unable to come up with anything. Latvia takes back over on the offensive end. Kirpnieks trying to swim his way through. Big, tall athlete, Emils Kirpnieks, and Taylor Smoke decides to take a timeout with a couple of guys on Kirpnieks working in that clearing game. So, excuse me, I thought that we had a timeout. Those were just some changes being made. Someone must have mentioned or said something that triggered that, and Blue given a delay a game there, Korea. Interestingly enough. Maybe they also misunderstood. They called a push instead of the timeout, which stopped the play. So Latvia gets to take over here. No timeout. Shot, stopped in front by Kim. Bounces behind the cage, picked up by Korea. Youngmin Yu picked up 6 ground balls against Kenya. He's got 14 in the tournament, another one there. That an 11-4 win yesterday. Injury timeout, that is what has stopped play here. Happened back on the other end of the field before that clear was made. And it looks like walking off on his own power. Maynars Odze does have an assist today, so Odze, the 17-year-old, will walk off on his own. Good spot from the official just to make sure everybody's okay, especially don't forget if there's a transition, something that happened over there and somebody was still down. Sound like Korea was also transitioning in themselves, so. Away we go. Possession for Korea. They trail 5-1 here in the second quarter of Platinum Bracket play in Ireland. Day 8. Can't believe it's already day 8, just a few games to go. We'll wrap things up on Saturday. A lot of our placement games, medal games that day too. But the competition continues all day today, tomorrow, Friday, and so on and so forth here in Limerick. 5 minutes to go in the half. 5-1 Latvia. Smith works it over to Ashley. Ashley thought for a second he had enough space. Now Smith surveys. They play some catch together. Jung, couple steps, shoots. Stopped by Richters again. Already 5 saves for Ryan Richters. Captain of his high school team growing up at Great Oak High School in California. And now Latvia gets their possession. Korea's had some shots, but unable to solve Richter so far. Shot there for Rosic. Took some contact himself. Battle here once again for a loose ball, and Korea able to come and get it themselves. Dong-Young Lee put that right in the middle, up for grabs, picked up by Zalitis. Taylor Smoke calls a timeout amidst all of that. So kind of a hairy situation results in a timeout. 5-1, Latvia will also take a break. You're watching the U21 Men's World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Yeah, Korea's gotten a lot of shots here in this second quarter, unable to find the cage so far. It was 3-1 Latvia after the first 15 minutes, and now Dong-Won is going to try and talk things over here as they work their way through the second quarter. Less than 5 minutes to play in this second quarter. 5-1 Latvia in the platinum bracket. Waiting for the winner in the platinum bracket semifinals, the Netherlands. Great win over China yesterday. That's one of the best games we've had in the tournament so far. Back and forth, lead changes, ties galore. Very exciting contest there as these teams battle to win this bracket, find themselves in 13th place. Latvia fans have been vocal throughout this tournament, now giving them a chant here. Most success they've had so far. After a tough group, and now they get themselves in this platinum bracket looking to move on. Here comes Conradi. Conradi spins back in. Sent back away. Ji-Sung Jung was there with the slide. 3 minutes to go here in the half. Odsay's back in there. That's a good sign for Latvia. He came off with an injury a few moments ago. Over here to Rosic. Rosic looking to dodge. Rosic gets a step. Rosic spins. Good recovery there by Park. They tried to feed the middle. Goes over everybody's head. Now Odsay able to get back and get possession once again. Odsay. Looked like a big screen there for Latvia, maybe too big. You went down. Like Rosic came in and you went down. And that will trigger a timeout from Dong-Won. So Korea takes a timeout here. They'll talk some things over on the defensive end. Latvia with possession as the clock had stopped. So fair game, I believe, for a timeout. And now Korea will talk things over here. All right, welcome back. We actually had a penalty there, but that's why the timeout was able to be called by Korea. We had a 1 minute unsportsmanlike on Latvia, so Korea's going to get another opportunity at a man-up. You just saw some of the shots they've taken, and a lot of those have come today on man-up situations. So a 1 minute penalty. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the first half, and Korea will have possession here to start here after the timeout. They trail 5-1. Looking for some quality chances here now. .45 seconds to go in the penalty. Smith looks to feed. Ashley over there on that left side where he likes it. Park in the middle. Jung hasn't been afraid to release that from that right side either. Now a couple fakes on the inside by Smith. He scores, and it's a good goal. Gets hit. Oh, wait 1 second. We've had that waved off. He goes in the crease. Score remains 5-1. Looked like the official closest to the play called that a good goal, and there was some contact there with Smith. We had one saying yes, the other saying no, reminiscent of that football game a couple years ago in which one official was saying it was a touchdown and the other saying it was incomplete or an interception. So 1 minute to go in the half. Korea does get the ball back here. So they still have a man up looking to cash in on that. Jung with the shot that's wide. Score remains 5-1. Ashley, couple steps, shot, score. Ashley, second of the day. That's Korea's second goal of the day. Another man up goal at that. It's 5-2. So they do get their goal. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Clock stops there. We'll stop below 30 here in the second quarter. Big goal for Korea. So they have taken advantage a couple of these man-ups as they did against Kenya yesterday. Question is, as we now look towards the second half, how much offense can they get outside of that? If they want to be able to come back in this game, that's what they'll have to do. Today, Latvia has been penalized 4 times to Korea's 1. So Korea's done a good job again of staying out of the box. Nice little pop there from Jung Dal Lee on the face-off, but picked up by the Latvian side of things, Alitis. Now Lee comes out with it. They'll call a push there on the loose ball by Korea. Latvia to take over. Not much time here. Pass goes away, and Korea's going to get the ball back. Maybe avoid what could have been a momentum-shifting goal at the end of the second quarter after they just got one. Maybe they can get one of their own if there's enough time. We'll see. Park to the middle, and that will do it here for the first half. So Korea gets a couple on their man up, and Latvia gets a couple goals from Conradi and Vids. It's 5-2 Latvia, 30 minutes in the books here in Ireland. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Lax Sports Network's coverage of the U21 Men's World Lacrosse Championship continues later on today. Join us for our second featured game of the day, Hong Kong, China against Poland at 10 a.m. Eastern. Then our third featured matchup between Wales and Sweden airs at 1 p.m. All of these quarterfinal matchups in the Platinum bracket. Tom Ashton here on the call for all of them. You can watch these games live from Limerick on any of our digital platforms. Interesting first half here in this Platinum bracket game between Korea and Latvia. The winner heading into the semifinals to take on the Netherlands. 5-2, Latvia getting goals, 2 each from Conradi and Vids, 1 from Rozinch. Korea getting 2 from Ethan Ashley. Even face-offs between these two in the first half of play. Who will win this one? It'll be Young Jung Lee who does come out with it, and Korea gets the first possession of this third quarter. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships and LSN's comprehensive coverage of such. Just mentioned all the games you can see today. More to come tomorrow and the next day after that too. And every game available as well on laxsn.com and our YouTube channel as the days go on. So if you want to go back and rewatch them, either if you're maybe we're in Limerick watching the games in person and you want to see it again, that's a great place to be able to go do so as well. Ashley now looking there to the goal line extended. A tough angle shot. Not a bad shot at that by Young. Another shot there, as you can see a couple of the replays. Several of the replays. Richter's there once again in front. He had a great first half, 7 saves in the first half of play. And Korea got their shots up, 20-10. Those shots favoring Korea in the first half. So they got plenty of shots on goal, some better than others, you should say too, but those man-up situations is where they took advantage. They're getting their 2 goals on man-ups. 4 penalties by Latvia in the first half, just 1 by the Koreans. But Latvia, when it's been even strength, has been pretty stifling on defense. Now Korea has to do the same. Rozinch, a goal and an assist in the first half. Riga Center Language School is where he came from. Went to go into the middle, and it's picked up by Odze. Odze with an assist in the first half, his second of these games. Deep shot from way out. Zalitis really went outside the arc there. I mean, that's a two-pointer in the PLL. Trying his luck. Now that ball goes through. Cage is open for the moment here. Zalitis able to pick up the ball for the second, and now it's Odze who gets it himself. Odze, a kid who played in Latvian youth tournaments in Jelgava, one of the best forwards coming on up. Interested in some social sciences, investment banking. Like I said, he's still pretty young, but he's considered a veteran of the team. Made the backup roster of the men's national team too. So young, but maybe with some experience. So whole sorts of different ranges of ages and experiences in this tournament. It's made for really interesting games and competitions. Conradi with the left. Kim the stop. He made 3 saves in the first half. There's his first of the second. Conradi not afraid to let it fly there. Another deep shot for Latvia. That's a pretty good job by Korea, keeping everybody away from Kim, away from the goal to begin this third quarter. Forcing a couple deep ones. The women in Korea just finished in 21st in that 2022 Women's World Championship at Towson, Maryland. Senior men also competed in 2018 at those World Championships in Netanya. This lacrosse association founded in 1997. And like we've heard some of these other stories with how lacrosse originated. It came when there was a foreign exchange program. Wong Jae Park, foreign exchange student in the US, and he discovered lacrosse and he brought it back in those late 90s. Ashley looking to dodge. Can't find any space. Conradi doing a good job on the defensive end now. Ashley gets his hands free. Backed up though by Luke Smith. Saw that dot, that next defender coming in and had to release. Quick restart for Smith. Smith goes low. Backed up by Lee. Ashley again. 5-2, 3-goal game. Feels like Korea's in this though. Big over-the-top shot by Jung. Balled out in front. Another shot from Yaun. Another backup for Korea. Like I said, they've gotten their shots off. That one went off a defender right in front of Richter's, and thankfully everybody was okay. And now the official speaking with such. That was Calvis T. Rauds. I think he took one off the helmet there. Luke Smith. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Smith plays it off the cage accidentally. Gets it back, wants a call, doesn't get one now. Wants to shoot. Defense recovers, feeds the crease. Goal line extended, tough angle there for Yaun. Hits the side and Richter's comes way out. So that's enough of that. Right there guarding that near post and said, I'm going to get this rebound, at least give us the ball here, because Korea just time after time. It's like a game of air hockey when your opponent just keeps on hitting it hard, like against that backboard, and you don't ever get a chance to get the puck. That's what it's like for Korea right now in offense. So they've only scored 2 to show for it. So Latvia, they've really stuck to it. Bend but don't break. That pass intercepted. Young Min Yu goes up top to get that. Yonsei University. Now it's going to be Dongjung Lee, who's tracked down by Vids. Vids almost had that check over the top. That could have resulted in a score. (5-2), Latvia out of Group C, Korea out of Group E. Platinum bracket quarterfinal. Winner takes on Netherlands in the semis. That game tomorrow on field 1. This is field 2. Pass dropped, picked up by Abals. And a whistle here also. That's going to go against Latvia, so Korea gets the ball back. An interference call on the Latvians, so Korea takes back over here, down 3, third quarter. No one has scored yet here. Yoon the feed, now the shot. Richter's all over it. Latvia looking to push on the other end after the shot by Yoon. Latvia with it down now here behind the cage. Ball is free, picked up by Yu. He gets it out to Kim. Kim looking to start a break of his own. Just past 1 p.m. Eastern time, or excuse me, 1 p.m. local time in Limerick, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Richter's again there. He has gobbled up everything within his vicinity. Our day started with a victory from Australia over on field 1. They beat Japan. Now here we have Latvia and Korea in the platinum bracket, and Canada, Ireland just starting over on field 1 as well. So we are up and running. 8 games here today. Quarterfinal action for both the championship and the platinum brackets. Good matchups all day long, wherever you might be watching. Onze feeds the middle. Razinch able to drop that, but pick it back up again. They get it over to Kixte Zanders. Still looking for his first goal of this competition. Korea making sure that that doesn't happen here, as John Juan Park able to come out there and get him. A couple ground balls against Kenya and their win 11-4 yesterday to get them to this point. One of those play-in games in which Korea was participating in yesterday. Another big hit there. That actually popped the helmet off of Conradi. That'll stop the clock, stop play briefly. Here comes Yu, and that might have just been a loose helmet. I don't think there was any malice there or anything extra. It's a nice slide from Yu. No penalty. It's a pretty good job. Here comes Latvia. Here comes the speed. Kixte Zanders loses it as he runs. Going over to get it is Dong Jung Lee. Push on Korea. Ball going the way of Razinch. Nobody has scored yet in the third quarter. It's been an interesting one at that. 5 minutes to go here in this period. We'll stop the clock under 30 here and then under 2 minutes in the fourth. Feels like a big possession right now. Latvia scores to make it 6-2. Korea gets a stop. It can make things a lot more interesting here. Conradi. Now we'll look over to feed the middle, and Kim picks that pass off. Didn't have enough air under it. Kim was right there. Great eyes by the goalie. Knew exactly where it was going. Put himself in the passing lane. Now a shot, Smith. Another backup here. Ashley is there. That tandem, Ashley and Smith, have been so good for Korea over the course of this tournament. Smith, though, no goals yet today. or points at that. And maybe Dong-Won-Won is going to try and figure that out. He calls a timeout here. 5-2 Latvia. Korea trying to come back. Stay with us. Be sure to check out a new edition of the Lacrosse Now podcast every single week. This week, we sit down with former U19 Team USA member and PLL Water Dogs midfielder Ryan Conrad. Great conversation with Ryan. A lot of inside knowledge about this tournament, winning this tournament, what it's like to play with all these other teams from around the world. It's great stuff. Watch the show live at 8 p.m. Eastern on Lax Sports Network each Tuesday night, or beginning on the LSN YouTube page the next day. You can subscribe to the audio version anywhere you get your podcasts. Back here in the third, no one has scored yet in this third quarter. It remains 5-2 Latvia. Korea's getting their shots in. Latvia defense holding firm. See if Korea can get one to go. Their goal scorer starts off with possession, Ashley. He's got 2. Over to Smith. Smith surveys, over to Ashley. Jung's taking some long shots today. Smith, little fake there at X. Skip pass to Ashley. Ashley gets his hands free off the stick of Richter's again. How about Ryan Richter's today? Probably is going to end up with double-digit saves, I'd imagine, with all these shots going at him from all different angles. Smith to Ashley, gets a couple steps, shoots, a bouncer that Rickers gobbles up. That's his 12th save today. He's kept Korea at 2 here and has kept them scoreless in the third. Under a minute to go. His save percentage right now, 92. And going up. So Latvia with possession, probably going to try and hold it here. Maybe give Richters in their defense a bit of a break as they head into the fourth quarter. Rozinch looking for his subbing as Kickstay Zanders now comes in out of the box. Guntis to Rhodes. Vids has a couple of goals as a finisher here today. Rozinch looked for a screen. 2 minutes to go here in the third. And that's turned over by Latvia. No shot comes here. John One Park now looking to find a body to clear with, and that pass. Oh man, Kim just able to get it in time. It feels like Korea's done a lot of work, and getting a cheap goal like that would not have felt very good. That could have been a backbreaker. So instead, they get possession here on their offensive end. Like I said, less than 2 minutes to go in this quarter. We'll see now if they can work the clock. Obviously, the time not as much on their side here. They just don't want Latvia to get one more chance at it. Here's Ethan Ashley. Defense very aware of Ashley. Tips back in, then back out, gets it into that right hand. Over the top to Yoon. Yoon stopped again by Richters. Man, talk about a brick wall. Minute to play in the third. Smith looks all the way around his defender. Had to go too far around Silinch. Tried that wraparound look. See some of the pros do. Quick restart for Ashley. He loses it in front. There is Francis Silinch. Here comes Francis. Rudolphs gets hit a couple times. They get it over to Kickstay Zanders, who gets it over the midline, and now Latvia with possession. Less than a minute to play in the third. How stout has their defense been, guided by Ryan Richters? Another save by Kim. Deep shot with the final seconds ticking off the clock. As the third quarter expires, no one scored in the third. A lot of great defense here in Ireland as we head to the fourth. 15 minutes to play in this Platinum Bracket quarterfinal. 5-2, Latvia on top. You're watching Lax Sports Network. It's been an action-packed 3 quarters here between Latvia and Korea. A lot of good defense being played as Ryan Richters, who had 7 saves after 2 quarters, just made 7 saves in the third quarter alone. He's got 14 today. As Korea's peppered him with shots, but he's kept them at 2. Latvia with 5 as we enter the fourth quarter of play here at the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships. This, the Platinum Bracket quarterfinals. We'll have quarterfinal games all day long here from the Platinum Bracket. On field 2, it's Korea, and it is Latvia. The winner playing Netherlands in the semis. Picking up the face-off was Yoo-Jung Lee. Face-offs have been virtually even here on both sides today. Latvia bouncing back after some struggles there in their group play, but pretty much even with Korea here. And they will take possession, though, and once again, this defense on notice. Offense of Korea flowing through Ashley and Smith, though Luke Smith, no goals or assists yet today. And one of their big goal scorers, Colorado College to-be freshman, is Luke Smith. Pretty dynamic, agile offensive player. Also can play soccer and squash. Ever watch squash? You got to be an athlete to play squash. Smith now feeds over the top, steps for Ashley. Smith is there to back it up. See, he doesn't need a lot of space to let one loose. Down over the top. Now the shot from Yoon. Richters is there again. He's got it in his stick, and he's got it in the crease. Latvia wanted a flag here. Now here they come. Maybe looking to get one quickly in transition. No one was really able to get anything in transition in that third. Not many chances. A lot of things, everything really settled in the 6-on-6. Don't forget, Korea's only 2 goals have come in the 6-on-5 when they've been man up. Now they got to keep it in. Without the shot clock, stall warnings are applied here in international play. So Latvia cannot let it out of that restraining line here at the bottom of your screen. If they do, woo, and there you go. That's where it comes into play. Coming out of the box, I don't know if Rosic didn't realize that. All right, so there was a flag down in that case. So there's a 30-second penalty that's been applied. So they let it out, but Latvia will keep possession. I did not see the flag on the field, to be honest with you. So Latvia's on a man up here. You heard the Latvian sideline saying, we got to go. Those 30 seconds here with the clock running, they evaporate very quickly. That ball bouncing all the way out now through the middle line, and now over to Ashley, who picks it up. Ashley going to put on the Jets, uses his speed. Looks to feed, he does. He finds Smith, who scores. Big goal for Korea, it's 5-3. Smith's first of the day, and they do this pretty much man down, mind you. Smith's 12th goal of the tournament, had a goal against Kenya and an assist yesterday, and Ashley now has 2 goals and an assist. 18 goals, 4 assists over the course of these 6 games now that he's played. Former IMLCA All-Star Ethan Ashley, coming up through high school. Ensuing faceoff, Gertich can't win it. Lee goes down. There's a big bump there. And that's going to get called against Latvia. So a 2-goal game here in the fourth. Korea gets the ball back. It feels like maybe they keep on whittling away. See if they can get another here to make it a one-goal game.
Game score is 5-2 Latvia.
Ashley dipping inside. Ashley goes low. Latvia's first junior world event. Off the pipe from Ashley. Korea's been here a few times, but both these teams competing here on day 8 in Limerick, Ireland, at the University of Limerick. All these games being played, a beautiful facility, beautiful campus. The World Festival now has started. It will continue. So youth teams are now playing alongside this tournament. A lot of lacrosse being played here. In Ireland, mind you. Does have a lot of history here, but this has certainly been a treat for everybody involved with Ireland lacrosse. Get it down here to Smith. He'll initiate from X. Now Ashley looks to get a screen. Ashley looks to get it to that right, using his speed. Spins back on the inside, tries to go briefly to his left, actually got hit. Has to take a moment. Smith goes low and scores again. 5-4. 2 straight for Luke Smith, 2 straight for Korea, and just like that, it's a one-goal game.
Fourth goal of the game for Korea, scored by number 22.
In that defense, Latvia just allowing a little bit too much space, trying to see both ball, man, and their man.
With 9 minutes left in
And 9 minutes to go, it's 5-4. Key face-off here upcoming. We've talked a lot about the Latvian defense, but should also mention the Korean defense. Latvia hasn't scored since there were about 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Korea scored the last 3 of this game. So now here they're looking to try and break that slump. Up 1 in the fourth. They've only shot the ball today 13 times, Latvia. Scored 5 goals on those 13 shots. Could have the defense scrambling a bit here, though they recover. Give them a little bit of time to do so. Vids has the 2. Conradi has the 2 for Latvia. Another from Razic. That ball gets away. Kick stays under. The 19-year-old high school senior. Looks around, shoots. Kim looks like he's got the backup, and he does. Another stop for Korea. Kim showing his stick skills and some of that athleticism as a goalie, then tried to fake. Lost it for a moment. Heavy ride from Latvia here. Catch. All fake from Jinsing Jung. Jung doing a good job. Youngji University from Incheon, Korea. And now Korea with possession after a stop defensively, an opportunity to tie the game. At one point here today, it was 5-1. Korea kind of feels dangerous now with Smith getting into the action. Looked for another. They keep possession here after yet another shot. Man, have they peppered the cage today. Approaching 40 shots today. Pass to the outside. Young. Another save for Richters. Man. 15 and above right now, and counting for Ryan Richters from Temecula, California. Ashley stepped down, shot, ties it. He's got a hat trick. Korea's come all the way back. What a second half for Korea defensively, and now the offense is getting into the action. Working on that zone, and just a couple bodies in the way. No one's able to mark Ashley. 5-5. Timeout here, Latvia on the field. Don't go anywhere. We got a tie ball game in the Platinum bracket. Back live in Limerick, the score 5-5. Korea at one point was down 5-1 in this game. Looked like Latvia was in control, but they tightened the screws on defense. And since then, Korea has gotten themselves the momentum on offense as well. As we continue play here in the Platinum group, the winner of this game going on to play Netherlands in their semifinal tomorrow. Battle here at the face-off X, a big one at that. Gertinch comes out with it, tiptoeing there, Rozinch. He gets de-sticked. Young Min Yu, what a check. How about that? Picked up, though, by Rozinch when it's all said and done. So we had a highlight at the very least. But at the end of the day, Latvia able to get themselves a possession here. A key one in that. Their move on through for Conradi. Conradi has a couple of the goals today. Korea came out to play him. The ball wasn't a shot. It actually goes off of Conradi. Another stop for this defense. So Korea gets possession. Now an opportunity to take the lead here. They've been so dangerous, it feels like, between Ashley and Smith on the offensive end, and now can anybody else add to that? Do they need to? 3 for Ashley, 2 for Smith. They've had some other longer shots to keep the defense honest from Jung. Choi's been in the action as well. There's a pass. Ashley almost able to tie it. Richter's fired up because his defense has the backup there too. Man, Ashley had a good look there. One of his best looks of the day, you could say. But struggling to clear Latvia. And Korea picks it up. Jae-woo Park, one of the captains. One of the members of this team that attend the Hankook University of Foreign Studies. There's a group of them here. As Latvia falls back into place here once again. Playing in that 3-3 zone. Ashley working against it. They found some holes in the zone today. Shot, deep one from Jung, stopped by Richters in front, rebound. And a whistle. The flag was down against Latvia here in the near field. They'll stop the clock to talk things over. So Ryan Richters here today makes yet another save. For my count, that's 17 Will it be enough? He certainly, in the defense, they've done their job today. Shot, score! Korea takes the lead 6-5. Ashley's got 4 goals today. It was 5-1. A 5-goal run spanning 3 quarters for Korea gives them a 6-5 lead. What a comeback. You know, our first game of the day, Australia and Japan featured a comeback, and now you can see it. When the tension is highest, these guys are coming to play, aren't they? 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Another key face-off. Winning the face-off, moving forward. Conradi picks it up. And that was another man-up goal, by the way, for Korea. They gotten half their goals that way today. Latvia now with possession. They trail by a goal. Netherlands watching this game closely. That's who they'll play here in the semifinal tomorrow on field 1. Kick stays Anders looking to dodge. He gets a step. He takes a shot just inside that post. Not a bad look, and Kim, though, was tracking it all the way. Ball bounces away. Rozin's going to try and get it just before it gets to that sideline. 1 minute to go. Latvia down 1. They've got the ball. Here comes Rozic. Rozic backs in and scores. Weaving his way through the Korea defense. Rozic ties it. It's 6-6. How about that? The first move nice. The second, as Kim and his teammates tried to stop him, unable to do so. His second goal of the day to go along with an assist. And Latvia's first goal since the opening moments of the second quarter makes it 6-6. Huge face-off now. Popped out by Gertinch, but into the stick it goes of Lee. Good job there by Jae-Sing Jung. And there'll be a timeout for sure here. Dong-Woon Wong will talk things over here. Fourth quarter, 6-6, final minute of play. You're watching the U21 World Lacrosse Championship on Lax Sports Network. Lax Sports Network brings you 64 games, the men's U21 World Lacrosse Championship over the course of 10 days. 3 more platinum bracket games on tap before the day is done. 10 a.m. Eastern, Hong Kong, China, Poland. At noon, China, Uganda. 1 p.m., Wales, Sweden. Live across from Limerick, Ireland, beginning at 7 a.m. Eastern, right here on Lax Sports Network. All tied, 6-6, 40 seconds on the clock. Ethan Ashley, man of the hour for Korea. 4 goals and an assist today. His opponent, this Latvia defense, and Ryan Richters, who has been spectacular in goal. But it all comes down to this. Here they come, emerging from the pack is Lee. Actually, it looked like he dumped it off as he was going in there. 44 shots on goal, and just in general, by the way, of Korea today. 17 saves for Richters. He needs at least 1 more. Youn here on the right side as the final seconds tick off the clock. So Korea choosing not to turn the ball over in this case, which will send our game into overtime. So, some bonus lacrosse here today in Ireland. We'll have the overtime period for you next on Lax Sports Network. A thunderous second half comeback by the Koreans has tied it at 6, and we are in overtime of the Platinum Bracket. Tom Eschen here with you. Thank you for joining us. It all comes down to this face-off first and foremost. It is sudden victory here in international play. Periods of 4 minutes until a goal is scored, thus deciding a winner, as it states in the rulebook. A key face-off here, a 6-6 ball game. Korea has had the edge, 9 of 16, so they've won one more than their opponent so far. It's been about as even as it gets. Gertinch and Lee. Now a fight for the ground ball. Gertinch loses his stick as he goes to pick it up. Let's see what happened there. That was a really good check by you, but he's going to get called for the infraction there. And actually, Latvia called behind the play as Yu makes a great play at that. Ashley trying to end it here. Korea with the ball. They have peppered Richters all day long. 17 saves. Now Smith. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists over the middle. Yoon stopped by Richters. Save 18. Yoon right over the top of his defender, Gertinch. Now let's see what Latvia can do with possession. Kick stays Anders. Maybe a little unsettled here. He takes a shot. It actually goes off of a defender. Jongwon Park took that in the breadbasket. Quick shot. Korea looking to clear. Taken away. Zalitis makes a play. It pops up in the air. Flag flies. Who is it on? That will go against Latvia. It's a 1-minute penalty. And we have seen how good Korea has been in this situation all day long. Slashing called on Latvia. Possession here for Korea in overtime. Work it around. The shot by Yoon. Another stop for Richters. He's approaching 20. That's number 19. But it appears that Latvia trying to throw a deep pass there, try to work something quickly to get the game over with, throws it away again. So Cheong Min will start things up again, and now here comes Korea on the other end. We continue here in the overtime period. Next goal wins. Another shot. It goes wide. Who's got the backup? Get a flag down, it appears. Again. Those are the final few seconds they were counting down on the sideline of the penalty. Don't forget that was a 1-minute penalty. And it appears we have another penalty against Latvia. They're making things awfully difficult on themselves here in overtime. Korea with another man up. I believe that was another slash. .90 seconds to go in the overtime period. Korea with possession, looking to move on. Looking to clinch their spot in the semifinal of this Platinum Bracket. Smith, shot saved, 20th of the day for Richters. What a performance by the Latvian goalie. They're still in that man down situation, and of course there's not a lot of time to go here in OT. We'll just play periods of 4 minutes until a goal is scored. But still, Richter's now way out of his cage, and it's jarred free. He's got to get back in there. Korea recovers. Ashley going in. Ashley looking. Latvia aware of just that. Now working against that zone. Backing his way in. Looking to go low. Deflected off a defender in front. Korea still with the advantage here, don't forget. 6 on 5, 30 seconds to go. The feed from Smith over the top. The big shot and score! Korea moves on, 7-6. Ji-Sung Jung. The joy and the jubilation. What a comeback. What a second half for Korea. Jung's third goal of this tournament. His first of the day. Korea was down 5-1. The defense staying strong, the offense coming alive in the second half. And they will move on to take on the Netherlands in the semifinals tomorrow on Field 1. Man, what a cool moment, and that's really what this tournament is all about. Congratulations to Korea. Well fought by Latvia. I mean, they got 20 saves from their goalie, Ryan Richters. A tip of the cap to them as well. But it is Korea moving on. They win 7-6 in overtime here in the Platinum Bracket quarterfinals. Be back in just a little more than an hour from now for our next featured game on our list. But for now, that'll do it for our coverage here from the University of Limerick. For the rest of our team, I'm Tom Eschen. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a little bit.